everybody, what's up? It's your girl Bondi Blue, and I'm back for another Black Anchor review, y'all. Season 8. I don't know what episode this is, I don't care. So let's go ahead and get into what happened. So we know at the end of the last episode, C's talked to the producer, came inside with the glum face, with the sadness, with the shades and a scully cap, and told everybody that Skye got suspended. Apparently, her altercation with Daz led to some of the crew members getting hurt, so she's been suspended from the show. Now, this past week, she's been on Instagram smiling hella hard, trying to let everybody know that everything's okay over there in Skye's crazy-ass mind. But guess what? I'm not fooled. I'm not fooled at all, and I'm not fooled one bit. Okay? I'm just not. She's a hot-ass mess. She knows she's a hot-ass mess. She tries to act like she doesn't care that we all know and say she's a hot-ass mess, but that's a lie. She does care. And I think that she really needs to stop playing with her mental health. I think her and C's and whoever else that was in that picture posting pictures of them all drinking together is not good. Because I feel like people who have issues like I think she has, I'm not sure, I'm not a doctor, but I feel like whatever issue she has is probably an issue that can only be more exacerbated by alcohol. Exacerbated? Is that the word? Exacerbated? What is the word? Never mind. Y'all know what I'm saying. The issue can be made worse with alcohol. Okay? So I just kind of be looking at, you know, C's and everybody else around her like, oh, y'all just gonna continue to let this cookie crumble, huh? Donna says this may be for the best. I said, Donna, that might be the smartest thing you ever said, girl. Puma says at the end of the day, she needs to get that situation with Dad straightened out before anybody can worry about anything else. That's what needs to be worried about first. C says he can't believe his sis crossed the line. And I'm like, really? Really? You can't believe that she crossed the line? Word? Boy, get out of my face with this. C's goes to support Councilman Carnegie. Is that his name? Carnegie? All right. Councilman Carnegie is running for president of city council, I think. I think that's what they had said, okay? They're also trying to get a lot of the youths, okay, the young black people out there, the older black people like C's, to get out and vote, because they haven't been voting. They don't think their vote counts, so they don't vote, which is so ridiculous. At the end of the day, it may not count when it comes to presidential elections, okay, depending, but I think it very much matters on local scale. On a local scale, it matters that you vote, okay? So please vote. Exercise your rights, especially as black people. People have died, okay? People have fought and died for us to do things as simplistic as voting and reading. So please, don't be an ignorant African American and ever open up your mouth and say shit like I don't vote or I don't read. Okay? It makes my skin crawl. Do it if you must, but just know, don't do it around me. I'm just saying, I've had people say that around me and that just really irks me. Like, people died. People got limbs cut off. People had to go through so much to have these simple rights that we take for granted. And I'm just not here for it. It hasn't been that long. But back to C. Okay, C's has never voted before, and speaking with Carnegie and all of the young influential black people that are involved in politics these days, he realizes that it is an avenue that he would like to travel because it is paved in good intentions, terrible outcomes, and a lot of money. Also, they had Spike in the house. Did y'all see Spike Lee was there? I was like, oh, Spike Lee's in the house. But please, let us listen to C's from Black Ink Crew. No disrespect, C's. You know, much respect to you. But that was Spike Lee standing behind you. I know he's not a speaker, but still. Just kind of like, wasn't there someone of his caliber that could do the speech? But whatever, okay? I understand. It just kind of looked weird to me. Either way, more power to you, young black man. I'm here for it. Y'all should be the ones involved. Y'all are the people of the community. Y'all grew up there. Y'all live there. Y'all have businesses there. It only makes sense that you take part in the process. Stop letting all of these old ass people make decisions for you. Bae, Donna, and Tati go down to the bar and they discuss Bae's cobweb cooch. I'm tired of talking about it. I don't know why we gotta mention it every time she has a scene. Donna and Tati are acting like they've bumped cooch before or they're about to bump cooch. I don't know whether it had happened already or it might happen in the future. All we know is they got drunk and decided to give us softcore porn. And Bae was just sitting there looking like, what the hell is going on here? And why do I feel like a third wheel all of a sudden? I mean, Lord. I didn't know whether Bae was going to masturbate or curse him out and leave. I didn't know what she was going to do. Because she looked disgusted, but she couldn't take her eyes away. Like most of us. Really, Tati and Donna? Y'all are nasty. Why? Like, why though? Like, make me understand. Like, what do y'all... I guess. I mean, whatever. I don't know when Q and Crystal became, you know, close friends to this extent, to the point that we giving them scenes by themselves. But okay. Q and Crystal go to the spa for facials, and they discuss how dumb she made herself look at the prom when she tried to get back with C's. But now she's decided that, you know, too much has happened. The only thing that can happen between the two of them now is co-parenting. She's finally realized that they are never getting back together. Yeah, only after you had to embarrass yourself. Oh, goody. Q talks about his mom, y'all. His mom is coming into town, and Q is one of these guys that grew up in a probably very conservative religious household where being gay was a no-no. Okay, you couldn't be gay. That's an embarrassment to your mother. She doesn't want everybody to know that. And even when you do come out and tell her at 15 that you are gay and she has to start accepting it, she tries to make you hide who you are from people. A constant, you doing too much, or, you know, tone it down, or calm down, or, you know, just constantly trying to keep you in check from letting the gayness seep out. Can't stand people, y'all. I can't stand people. Because you know his mama is the type that got like gay friends and shit, okay? But I don't want my son like that. Like, do better. Do better. But she's coming in town, and he's worried about how she's going to react to how he lives in New York. He's free now, okay? That's what happens. We get free, we live our lives, and then we hope our parents don't hate us for it. And, you know, that's all you can really do. At the end of the day, you gotta live your life for you, not for nobody else, unless you got kids, and then you gotta live your life for your kids. But if you out here free willing it like Q, live your life, young man. Go to the gay club, party it up. Being conservative got to do with being gay. You know how many gay conservatives there are? There are gay conservatives, believe it or not. Now, they can't always vote conservative because it's a human rights issue sometimes. But when it comes down to the financial aspect of it, there are a lot of conservative people that fit into the confines of liberalism just because of the human rights stuff. Like how the hell you tack being conservative onto human rights? I don't like that. Because I feel like conservatives should be more about the money. It should be more about how we see how things should be tallied up. It should not be about you impressing whatever wayward issues you have on other people. And that's what a lot of conservatives like to do, which is why I don't like that wording. We'll get to that, okay, because that's going to come back up, that conservative word. Moving on. Tati has decided to put her receptionist headset on for a few days, but she says after a couple of days she's going to demand her position back. I said, you can demand all the hell you want to. That don't mean you gonna get it. Like, she's so aggravating to me. Like, girl, you should just be happy that you still there, because you are easily replaceable. There are a whole bunch of girls that like to fucking fight on reality TV that we can get to come in here, okay? They will put on a show. Y'all know how these girls is these days. This is their dream, to be on VH1 on Wednesday nights. Walt is excited about his new position, while Tati and Donna may not be. Walt is very excited, okay? He even came in with some name tags for people. He broke out the karaoke machine. He even got some jokes. When Donna comes in, he has a t-shirt for her that's supposed to say apprentice, but it's spelled wrong because she spelled perseverance wrong. So it's spelled apprent nice. I was dying laughing. And Donna was like, he tells a couple of jokes and now he thinks he's a comedian. I said, bitch, that shit was funny. Apprent nice. Okay, you're not being nice, apprent nice. Okay, look, she was so mad. And Donna is so upset about this, y'all. Donna is like me when it comes to certain things. Like, you've already beat yourself up about it, so you don't want to hear from other people about it because you've done the beating. You've done it already, and now they want to do it to you. But see, the problem, Donna, is that you don't take responsibility in front of people, so they feel like you're not really seeing the gravity of the situation. You just blew it off when they brought it up. It doesn't matter that you cried in your house. You You don't even have to cry to them. But it's about showing that you understand the severity of the situation, and you never really seem to want to show that, because I guess you feel like it's a weakness or something to show humility when you're wrong. Either way, regardless of you misspelling that tattoo, even though your cursive was nice, you spelled it wrong. You didn't check it before you did it, because you didn't freehand that. So the fact that you didn't even check that before you printed it out, just stupid. Then on top of that, Donna, you may be okay, but you're not that good. And the fact that you turn your nose up at an opportunity to get better is what makes me want to slap the shit out of you. People who are better than you, you know why they are better than you? Is because they always look for opportunities to be better. If there is somebody out there that can tattoo better than them, that wants to show them a different technique or show them how to do something that's going to make their work easier or better, they're going to do it because they care about their work that much, that they put their ego aside, because what matters is the work. And you don't have that. And it bothers me that you sit on this fucking show and cry, and we supposed to feel bad for you because you didn't put so much into this. Just because you spend a lot of time doing basic ass tattoos does not mean that you deserve to be exalted as better when you're not, just because you've been doing it for a long time. The fuck? I can scribble on a piece of paper for years and years and years. That does not make me an artist. Get the fuck out of here. Like, I'm just saying, y'all, I feel like the fact that she doesn't see the gain in being an apprentice to somebody like Bae, who does great work, is just so stupid to me, because you don't tattoo on Bae's level. So the fact that you even, feel in some type of way slighted is just a show of your ignorance, Donna. Do better, Donna. Because I hate the fact that I wanted Donna to be happy about it, because I wanted Donna to actually get better at tattooing, instead of feeling like just because she's been doing something for so many years, that automatically means she deserves some type of respect. No, it does not. The actual quality of the work matters as well. But anyway, when Walt brought up they should have a spelling bee, she got upset and left. I was dying laughing. They was just throwing words at her. I was dying laughing. I thought they was really gonna do the spelling bee. I was excited. I was like, "Ooh, a spelling bee," and they didn't do it. I was like, "Bitch, you should have been in there spelling." Okay, because at the end of the day, you really could have just spell checked the shit, and you didn't even do that. So it's just kind of like, girl, whatever. So y'all, Tati decides that she's going to get her job back by any means necessary. And if that means doing incredibly terrible at recepting, then that's what she's going to do. She's picking up the phone, cursing at people. Somebody called for Kitty. She told them never to call again. She's just doing the most, and they're all sitting there looking at her like, Tati, what are you doing? Why are you answering the phone like you don't have any sense? Also, that she can make them hurry up and put her back to her old position. Girl, that's not gonna work. They're just gonna fire your fucking ass as a receptionist. You can't even do that. Why would we give you more responsibility when you can't even answer the phone like you got sense? But they put that to the side. C's comes out with some real stuff. They want to throw an event to help young people come out and register to vote, so that they can vote for Councilman Carnegie, okay? And also so they can get the felons out there, because a lot of felons, and I didn't even know this, y'all schooled me tonight. Thank you, I appreciate it. I had heard this, but I wasn't sure whether it depended on which state, because I know in Florida they had gotten a lot of felons out to vote that last time. But either way, it allowed for ex-cons to vote, because it's a huge misconception apparently that felons or ex-cons cannot vote. You can vote. You just have to finish your parole. Once you are completely finished with your parole, you can go register to vote and you can vote. Okay? So Ted, who has a felony on his record, thought he couldn't vote. Well, now he knows he can. And now a lot of y'all know y'all can vote. Now, I'm sure y'all are voting, because like 85% of the people who watch me are like women. So, most of us vote. At least the ones that, come from my same type of background. You went to school, all of that type of shit. Not to say nobody better than nobody, but we just be the ones that be voting. That be us, okay? We be the Democratic Party, 98% out there voting, black women. That be us, okay? So that's why I'm saying that, because that's what they say. They say it be us. That be out here with the vote, okay? It just be a lot of the men out there that, if they don't have the mind to do it, and they don't have a woman dragging them, they ain't gonna do it. So Donna and Bay met up, and I basically talked about this already, about how she felt about the demotion. But she basically said she don't know if she could continue to work at Black Ink if they're not going to, you know, recognize her as an artist after 6-7 years of her working there. I said, well, do what you gotta do, Donna. But ultimately, you could stand to constantly be in somebody's art class, like just getting better at drawing, getting better at freehand. Like, you're just not good enough for you to think that you don't have to get any better. Q talks to his mom about being open, and she says that so Q's mom comes and visits him, okay? His mom's energy is somebody that's trying. Like, I'm not even gonna go in hard on his mom, but she did say something that bothered me when he expressed to her how there in New York he was more open and he's been going to gay clubs and things of that nature. She's like, oh, that surprised her because she thought he was more conservative. That pissed me off when she said that, because what does conservative mean to you? If it means hiding who I am to make other people comfortable, I don't think that's what conservative is. At least I don't think that's what the true definition of the word is. I think that's what a lot of conservative people do, okay? Front and lie and perpetrate and pretend there's something that they are not. But when I think of conservative, I think of like financially conservative, like Republicans, like what's supposed to be what they want to, you know, be conservative about. But when we're talking about being conservative as far as a lifestyle, who you go on a date with and who you have sex with is nobody else's business but your own, okay? So you can still be gay and be conservative about your stuff. It's just the way you handle yourself. Going to a gay club does not mean you're not conservative. It just means you're not hiding who you are. I don't know a heterosexual conservative person that hides who they go on dates with, that doesn't go to a bar or a club because they're conservative. Do y'all understand what I'm saying? Am I breaking it down? Like, did I draw that correlation so y'all can understand how stupid that sounds to me? You don't tell a straight person that, oh, you went to a bar? Oh, I wasn't expecting that. I mean, you're so conservative. Like, you don't say that to people, because conservative people go to bars. Conservative people go to clubs. So you don't say to a gay person that, oh, I thought you were too conservative to go to a gay bar. Like, that's just stupid to me. So like, the mom's whole idea about gayness is so bothersome to me, because to her it's a rule to break. That's what we understood about his childhood. This was basically a scene for him to hold his mother to task for how she treated him for being gay. And even though I feel like she wasn't really understanding, I think she understands. I think you understand. I think you know exactly what this looks like, which is why you weren't probably saying what you really wanted to say, okay? But she kept saying he was being rebellious or he didn't want to follow the rules, which is why she, you know, was okay with him leaving home. But really, I left home because you weren't okay with who I was. Me going on a date with a guy should not be a problem, because if I was going on a date with a girl, it would not be a problem. So if you don't have a problem with me being gay, then me going on a date should not be a damn problem. It should not be an issue for you. And y'all, I totally understood how he felt when he explained hiding who you're going out with and all of that. You know, I know a lot of y'all don't know, but I am, you know, bisexual, and people hate when I say that, but I have to say it because I feel like y'all don't understand, because y'all see me married to a man. So there's a misconception that that's been my whole life. But there was a part of my life, and it was around 15, 16. Well, I mean, I'm bisexual, so it doesn't. But I'm just saying that was a time when I was like exclusively dating women. And it was very hard for my parents. My dad, you know, did a lot of things that were not cool, but never outwardly said it. My mom outwardly said it, but then later on kind of made allowances and made it easier for me to see my girlfriend when I wanted to and stuff like that. So it was a very complicated situation for me when I was growing up. So I understood what he was saying about hiding who you're going out on a date with. I can remember my daddy like overreacting so bad. He knew I was going on a date with my girlfriend, okay? Now, I wasn't saying she was my girlfriend, but everybody knew she was my girlfriend. She came to the fucking door to get me, rang the doorbell and everything. We left, go to the show. He calls halfway through the show and tells me if I don't come home, I'm gonna be punished. I don't know what the hell's going on. Okay, but it must have been him sitting there thinking about, my daughter is at the movie theater on a date with her girlfriend. I can't take this shit. I'm gonna call her and tell her to come home, and I'm gonna act like she's done something wrong, even though I know she hasn't done anything wrong, but I'm gonna act like she's done something wrong because that's how I feel. Okay, so when he was talking about that, I totally understood. I totally understood, and I felt where he was coming from in that moment. And I feel like his mom was being conscious of the cameras being around, but when she said she wanted to try and he wanted to try, that's all you can really do. But I know how he feels when he was like, I really want you to be a part of my life, because it's so hard when you love your mom, or you know, when you have a close relationship with your parent and you can't express that part of your life to them. It is so hard. It's so hard because you love them and you want to share your life with them, but they're so uncomfortable with who you are. So as an adult, I can see him wanting his mom to be okay with who he is so that they can have a relationship, because otherwise they're not going to have a relationship. That's just what it is. So y'all, they do the Brooklyn Register to Vote event, and C's designed a tattoo with the number 13 after the amendment that abolished slavery, okay, which kind of worked its way into the prison system situation, which was built to keep black and brown people in prison so that they wouldn't be able to do things out in the world. It's like, okay, we can't keep stopping you with slavery and Jim Crow, so now we're going to arrest you and put you in jail as much as we possibly can. We're going to funnel you into jail from high school so that you never have a chance to get on your feet and get access to the things in the world that other people do. It's a well thought out process, this whole keeping your foot on black people's necks thing. And then Amendment 13 is definitely one of those things. There's a documentary about it on Netflix that I can't bring myself to watch. But you know, y'all know I read. I read. But they have one specific ex-con that they have to come in and vote. And, you know, he talked about not knowing that he could and all of that type of stuff. So I just, you know, and over a drug charge back in the day, you know what I'm saying? People who deserve to be able to contribute to their community. You know what I mean? But if you could just see how we've fallen into the trap when we say things like we don't vote because we feel like our vote doesn't count. This is exactly what they want you to do. That's why this is set up the way it's set up. So you won't feel like, you know, this is something important to you. You won't feel like you need to worry about it. That way they can keep making all the decisions because you're not involved. You know what I'm saying? Like that's why things happen the way they do. So I really did love the fact that they brought attention to that. They probably schooled a lot of people. Shit, they schooled me. I ain't know. Good for y'all. Go vote. Tati takes this opportunity to talk to C's about how she wants her job back and she deserves the job that she came there for. Girl, you don't deserve nothing. Shut up. Okay? Sleeping with everybody, fighting everybody. Girl, you don't deserve nothing. You should have been fired ages ago. Be quiet. Ted comes over and sees this video that somebody in Ryan's camp from Chicago sent him of Kitty and Ryan sitting together all booed up, having a kiki, seemingly at C's expense, but it wasn't very clear on what was being said. I hate when they chop shit together and they make it look a certain way. We don't know what the hell they was laughing at. We don't know. All they saying is, I'm sure New York not laughing now, and you know, you made me lose my job, and you know, like, I don't know what the hell was going on in that conversation. All I know is it's being made to look a certain way, and C says he knows that video was sent to him intentionally to piss him off, and he is pissed off, okay? I don't know what he gonna do about it, but you know, he's going on and on about the loyalty between him and Ryan. Apparently, him and Ryan were really cool. If C's was ever in Chicago, he stayed at Ryan's pop's house. Like, there's a real relationship happening there where, you know, I'm bringing you around my family and all of this and that. I still feel like Ryan don't see you like that, C's. And I don't think you see him like that. Stop playing with me. I don't think y'all are that close. I just don't. And you and Kitty haven't been together for so long, I don't even know why it matters anymore. But he says it matters because it looks like Ryan is trying to play him and he thought that was the homie. I said whatever you want to tell yourself. Whatever you want to tell yourself. Because if Kitty don't matter, then this shouldn't matter. Okay? Like, whatever. Anyway, y'all, because y'all know that's the TV magic right there. You think they really fighting over Kitty? Anyway, I'm not shading Kitty, but I'm just saying, I just don't believe that Ryan and C's are beefing over this issue. Like, I just don't. Anyway, please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel if you have not already. I love y'all, and I will see y'all in the next one.